Hello, Hattiesburg! I'm your host, Emily Blue, here to bring you the latest stories as well as weather updates and all things Southern Miss sports. And we do have a special guest today. Joining me will be Emma Leslie, so be sure to stick around and hear what she has to say. The segment is very packed today, so let's jump right in. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277, and the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
Welcome back, everyone, and happy Thursday. And USM campus news. Tomorrow is National Grilled Cheese Day, so the Fresh will have grilled cheese sandwiches and hopefully tomato soup during lunch hours. Campus was closed yesterday due to anticipation of severe weather. The 9th annual event will be held on Monday, April 15th, on both the USM Hattiesburg campus and Gulf Park campus in Long Beach. The Edible Book Festival is set for 2 p.m. in Cook Library Room 209A in Hattiesburg at the same time at the Gulf Coast Library in Gulf Park. The eligibility requirements for the Edible Book Festival is any USM student, faculty, staff, alumni, or community member that are eligible to participate. The books must be made from edible materials, though they will not be eaten at the festival nor tasted by judges. An entry does not have to look like a book, but must be inspired by a book title, character, or author. Remember, the punnier the better. The deadline to enter is tomorrow at 5 p.m. The University of Southern Mississippi Symphony Orchestra will perform its season finale on April 27th at 7:30 p.m. in Bennett Auditorium. The occasion will not only mark the final stop of a tremendous season of musical voyages, but also the mark of the final concert for the music director, Dr. Michael Miles, who has announced his retirement. Fittingly, the program includes a piece that is inspirational for him and an aspirational piece for any orchestral musician, Gustav Mahler's Symphony No. 1 in D major. Tickets for the extraordinary evening of music are available at usm.edu/symphony. Today for the lunch in the Fresh is a chef feature of Gulf shrimp and soba noodles. Tonight at the Southern Wing Company, located on the Hattiesburg campus, there will be a Wizards and Wings trivia night from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. In Hattiesburg news, the city of Hattiesburg was fortunately not super affected by the mass amounts of rain yesterday, but the rain is still ongoing here, so be careful when planning outings. Be careful on the roads and be courteous of others when roads are slick, despite the forecast saying the storm is passed over. Remember, we are in Mississippi, so the rain is expected even when it's not. In Mississippi news, the National Weather Service in Jackson forecasted potential severe weather for Mississippi yesterday, with greatest risk in the southern half from along the I-20 corridor and down. The threats included large hail, damaging winds, and possible tornadoes. According to NWS Jackson, the greatest risk will occur during mid-morning in western Mississippi and then in late afternoon in eastern portions. According to the MEMA, 1 person has died and another injured during storms on Tuesday. No details have currently been released. This will be updated as more information becomes available. In other news, Sigma Chi's Philanthropy Week has been canceled. ATO is hosting a crawfish boil next Friday, and contact a brother for more information on that. USM Greek Life Fall Recruitment is open. April 13th, USM's esports teams will have the Super Smash Bros. Tournament at 2 p.m. and the Tekken 8 tournament at 5 p.m. in the Union Room 102, otherwise known as the Esports Arena. Esports tryouts on April 22nd through the 30th and will be held virtually. Join the Esports Discord or follow them on Twitter for more information. That's it for the news segment on Southern Miss Today. Next, we will have the latest in Golden Eagles sports and the weather. We will be back after a word from our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, everyone. Diving into the Eagle Sports segment. USM's women's softball will face off tonight against Georgia Southern at home at 6 p.m. 4 Southern Miss pitchers limited southeastern Louisiana to a single tally as the Golden Eagles captured a 5-1 non-conference victory Tuesday night at Pete Taylor Park in Hill Denson Field. With the win, the Golden Eagles avenged a 7-6 walk-off loss to the Lions a week ago, as this was a lone home game during the current 8-game stretch. Southern Miss women's golf is in third after 36 holes at the Brickyard Collegiate at the Brickyard Golf Club in Macon, Georgia. The Golden Eagles were paced by J.C. Fields, who was tied for third after going 3 over par on Monday. Southern Miss is in third place with Mercer and UAB leading the pack. For more information on USM sports, visit southernmiss.com. For the weather today, there's a high of 70 and a low of 56, and it's super windy outside. The sun is expected to come out around 4. Up next, we have the Mississippi Moments brought to you by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage. Check it out.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. While studying hospitality management, Robert St. John preferred to spend his time designing restaurants. He describes 2 of his newer dining concepts and the process of creating them.
When I was in school at University of Southern Mississippi, I studied what they called hospitality management at the time. Really, I didn't pay attention as well as I should have because I spent my time designing restaurants, designing menus. I'd be in the class, man, I just soaked it all. I'd go to the library and read the restaurant trade magazines. I'd come up with concepts. It's fun for me, still is. We did Ed's Burger Joint recently, and that was a really cool, fun place to kind of develop and create. Tabella started out as a concept called Pasta Mia, and I worked on that for probably close to a decade. And it was really just because I just felt like Hattiesburg needed a independent, made from scratch Italian restaurant. We make everything in all of our restaurants, really. Everything's fresh. Everything's made from scratch. We aren't boiling sauces in a bag or anything. We're making things from scratch. I'm really proud of the food we do there. It's a good restaurant.
To hear more, visit MississippiMoments.org or just like us on Facebook. Mississippi Moments is supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. The humanities are for everyone.
That was the Mississippi Moment for today. Coming up after a word from our sponsors, we have the pleasure of hearing from Emma Leslie about the Artists Guild.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Southern Miss Radio is home to Don Rodney Radio's Rhythm and Blues Show.
WUSM, Southern Miss Radio, 88.5, Don Rodney Radio's Rhythm and Blues Show, another summertime song. I love this.
Don Rodney Radio spotlights the composers and performers of Mississippi Delta Blues, such as Charlie Patton, Mississippi John Hurt, Robert Johnson, and more. Here on Southern Miss Radio, Sundays from noon until 2.
Now let's please give a warm Golden Eagle welcome to Emma Leslie. Hey Emma, so nice to have you here joining us today.
It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So what is the Artists Guild?
So the Artists Guild is your resident art club here on campus. We aim to let students, faculty, staff experience art in a more casual way outside of the classroom.
Oh, so the art club is open to pretty much all students and staff?
Yes. Whether you're staff, faculty, graduate student, or a undergraduate student, you are welcome to join.
If you're somebody at USM, join. So is it strict to campus? Like, I know that we're here on the Hattiesburg campus. Is there an artist guild down on the Gulf Park campus?
There is not currently an artist guild down on the Gulf Park campus, but if there are enough students who are willing to start their own kind of chapter down there, we would be more than willing to help them do that.
So what is your position for the artist guild?
I am currently president of the Artist Guild.
So what is do y'all have like a strict exec board? Kind of how does the artist guild work?
So our exec board is made up of what you typically find your president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, but we also have the opportunity for general body members to step up and lead through committees. So if a general body member finds that there is a gap in the organization, they can propose the formation of a committee. So currently we have two committees, the executive committee, which are the right hand to our officers, and we have our social media and marketing committee who run our social medias and all of our promotional material.
Oh, that's super cool. It looks like y'all have it very, very organized in the Artist Guild. So what all does it include?
So primarily we've got our meetings, which is where we have our information, where we kind of gauge what our members want to do. And we also host activities that are anything from a Bob Ross paint night where we follow along with a Bob Ross episode.
Oh, that's so fun. I've always wanted to do that.
Or next week we've got crochet night. And so you can bring crochet, or even if you knit or sew, you can bring it and just kind of do arts and crafts outside of class, because we do have a large portion of our membership who are art majors.
So with that, like a lot of the art is being made, do y'all sell it, or does it just get put away? Do the people just keep it? Like, how does that whole thing get worked?
So it's up to our members whether or not they want to keep or sell it, but we do provide them with opportunities to sell their artwork. So we've typically do 2 to 3 sales a semester. We always have one at the end of the semester. Our end of the semester sale is coming up May 3rd through the 5th. We're very excited about it. It's going to be hosted at the 3D Arts Building.
Oh, wow.
Across the street from the parking garage on West 4th Street. And we usually host a mid-semester sale. Our mid-semester sale this semester is the Spring Makers Market right outside Student Union Plaza on Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday. And we were also invited to the Psychic Fair at Jay's Tavern, hosted by the Red Jasper, this upcoming Saturday.
Oh, wow. So you are getting to be big shots on the art world here in Hattiesburg. So how often do y'all meet? Of course, on top of that, like, how often do y'all do activities?
So we do activities at every general body meeting. It's a way that we can kind of engage our members so that it's not just, here, let me talk at you for 30 minutes and then you can go home. And we host meetings about twice a month.
So when was the Artist Guild founded?
The Artist Guild itself was founded originally as the USM Ceramics Guild back in the early 2000s, around 2002, 2003. And then we transitioned into the Artist Guild, opening it up to all majors and all disciplines in 2015.
And so what are some of the things that you hope to come out of this organization? I know you're as president, so you get to oversee everything. What do you hope that people get from it?
I hope that people gain a deeper appreciation of the arts, as well as gaining practical skills that they can take with them after they graduate. A lot of art education does not it prioritizes creating the art. It does not prioritize selling the art or advertising yourself as a business.
So trying to cut the starving artist stigma?
Exactly.
Yeah. So what are some things that you want to add to the organization? I know that you said it started as the Ceramics Guild and now it's the Artist Guild. So what are some things that you're wanting to add to it?
Personally, something that we've really been working towards is engaging in multiple different disciplines, getting students from different majors involved, because every major brings a different lens to art. An art major is not going to have the same view of creating art and selling their art as, say, a nursing major or a communications major.
Yeah, everybody's take on like how things are perceived is really interesting, like listening to people's takes on art. So how long have you, though, been with the Artist Guild?
I am finishing up my second year of being in the Artist Guild.
And so did you start as did you get into the exec board as like in your first year, or is this a new one?
I founded the executive committee my second semester in the guild.
Yeah, so I actually did all of it.
My second semester in the guild, I saw that we were struggling with things like getting booths at the involvement fair set up and tabling, and people needed essentially a runner. It's like, hey, we need to print copies of this, and I'll be like, I'll just go ahead and do it. And so
adding more structure. Well, that's
Exactly.
really neat. How many members are there, would you say?
we have about 50 members right now.
Wow. Do y'all have like advertisements on other things? Like, I haven't seen any posters or anything. I just saw it on like Instagram. How do y'all mainly advertise?
Instagram is our primary form of advertisement. Usually around the beginning of the semester, we will really push flyers and posters in like the student union. We'll have handouts that we'll try and like kind of carefully put on like tables in the fresh or in academic buildings, as well as doing things like the involvement fair at the beginning of the semester.
So I'm assuming that y'all definitely have to fundraise and such for all the materials. What are some of the fundraisers y'all typically do?
So our fundraisers are our sales. So the way we structure our sales is any of our members are allowed to sell with us. It's just the guild takes 10%. So the artist who creates the art keeps 90% of what they make, which is unique because if you sell with a gallery, usually galleries take 50 to 60%.
Oh, wow. So y'all are really benefiting the artists.
It's why art is typically really expensive at a gallery. It's because most of that money is going back to the gallery. And so we get our fundraisers from that 10%.
So how does somebody go about joining?
Joining the Artist Guild is really easy. We just ask that you fill out a form just with a name, major, why you're interested in joining. And then we do have a dues, which also help go towards more the activities rather than our promotional stuff.
How much are y'all's dues?
We do a tiered system to encourage people to join earlier rather than later, because we have had a history of people joining at the last minute just so they can sell with us at the end of the semester.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
At the beginning of the semester, it's $13 for the entire semester, or we run a special where it's $13 for the semester or $25 for an entire year membership. And then it just goes up incrementally by $5 each month, so that if you try and join like the week of, it's like $25 for the semester. But
Is the Artist Guild through a specific school in Southern Miss, or is it just student-founded, student-led?
it's student-founded, student-led. We are housed within the College of Art and Design, purely because since we started as the USM Ceramics Guild, it's housed within the 3D Arts building, right near ceramics and everything. But we are, I would say, 99% student-led.
So what are your favorite things from the Artist Guild since you've been here for 2 years and now you're the president, you founded executive board or the executive committee? What are some of the things that you really, really enjoy about it, like your favorite memories?
I really enjoy just connecting with new people. I know this probably isn't very common. I love recruiting for the guild. I love going to the involvement fair. I love talking to people and hearing why they're interested in art, what they want to do, and being able to host activities to kind of engage people with art in a more casual way.
So I'm going to assume you do art yourself.
Yes.
What is your favorite media for drawing or for creating art? Like, what do you typically default to?
Recently I've been defaulting to ceramics since that is my major. But more recently I've been transitioning more into multimedia work with more sculptural kind of techniques.
What would you say is the most popular media in the Artist Guild?
Most popular media, I would say, would be a tie between ceramics and crochet, actually.
Crochet. Wow, that one's a popular one. I've been seeing it on like some of the USM stories and everything. People are selling crocheted stuff. Do you crochet?
I only started learning to crochet about 6 months ago, so I can crochet. It does not mean I'm good at it.
Yeah, I tried to learn how to knit and I was so confused. I could not do it. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today and giving us a look on the Artists Guild. Is there any way that, where's that form that you were talking about for people wanting to join?
So we have a link tree linked on our Instagram at usm.artistguild. You can find that form. You can find pretty much all information there is on the Artists Guild at our Instagram.
Well, thank you so much, Emma, for joining us here today. Coming up next, we have a news wrap.
Hello, Golden Eagles. My name is Kennedy Drake, and I'm here with Community Calendar, where we gather information from around campus and within the community near you in Hattiesburg. Get ready for the Ambassador Series, where they will present Long Beach live swinging at sunset with the Southern Miss Jazz Tet. The concert begins April 5th at 7 p.m. in Town Green Pavilion. The musical group is filled with 6 individuals who showcase their skills by playing a variety of instruments. This group is sure to take you on a musical journey. The University Forum will take place with the famous guest speaker, John Green. Mark your calendars for April 9th at 6:30 p.m. in Bennett Auditorium. John Green is an author and creates educational videos online. Don't miss the chance to learn how to reach success and become more informed about educational topics. Forest County Farmers Market Spring Festival will take place April 13th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the 1200th Corrine Street. This is the perfect opportunity to get fresh foods, baked goods, and plenty of accessories. Mark your calendars for an evening of shopping. If you are in the mood to have a good laugh, come see comedian James Gregory at the Joe Paul Theater in the Thad Cochran Center. The fun starts April 14th at 5 p.m. Gregory's comedy is based on real-life experiences that will leave the audience in uplifting spirits. Bring a friend and enjoy comedic storytelling. If you have an event you would like for us to promote, send it to sm2news@usm.edu. This is just one way we thank our community for watching Southern Miss TV and supporting us here at Southern Miss Student Media Center. Visit our website, sm2media.com, to keep up with all of our news. Signing out, I'm Kennedy Drake, and this has been your Community Calendar.
Thank you so much for tuning into Southern Miss Today here on Southern Miss Radio. A big thank you to the wonderful crew who keeps this program running. Our audio engineer, Darius McCrimmon, Alina Piletsky, our live stream producer, Annalie Johnson, our producer, Oare Ade, the executive producer, the program director, Shania Williams, our GM, Dr. Wilbur Martin, and me, your host, Emily Blue. That wraps it up for today. Remember, soar high to the sky, fly, eagle, fly.